Freaking audio capture device do I have selected today? I better make sure before I get started and get fired up because I'm recording on the wrong capture device. Looks like we're good. Okay, I'll start this thing off. We got one today. Uh, I'm going to get, I don't know. I'm just going to get real with you again. I guess I'm always kind of real, huh? You're used to it by now. If not, you will get there. It's like, I'm just me. I can't be somebody else for you. But I was just watching and I saw something and I should have celebrated. But something inside me, this person had um, had changed her opinion about stuff, and and she had just changed her opinion, and that's good. And I'm glad. I'm glad she did because she had changed her opinion over over something that I think is very, 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 very wrong. That I think hurts the heart of God and hurts me personally a lot. And I was glad. I was really, really glad that she had made that decision. At the same time, there was a part of me, and I'm just going to be honest with you, that was like, well, that's great, but you're just floating in the sea. You're just wherever the sea takes you, that's where you're going to go. And I guess in a way that's true. Like she's just a fish out in the ocean, and wherever all the other fish go, she's just following the schools of fish. And this is going to sound religious. Let me tell you something. I'm not a religious man. I'm not. I've been hurt way too much by way too many religious people, and I hate vain religion. So I'm not a religious man. Don't take this as a religious video. It's not. This is I've got this friend, and he shows up with me at the hospital. And when things get hard in my life, he shows up and he loves me and he puts his hands on me and he heals me. And his name is Jesus. And I believe he's the Son of God and that he came to rescue us all. And that's what this video is. It has nothing to do with religion. I've been hurt so many times by religious people. My heart just doesn't have it in me to be religious anymore. I've tried. I've tried to go to church, and all too often, it's full of people who pretend that they love God, but they just love attention, and that's not me. I don't fit in there. So we just do our own little house church, and anybody's welcome to join along. And we love on each other, and we I've got the people that I follow along with and people in my life who we talk about the Bible, we talk about the Lord and what he's done for us. And I think that that's more of a real church than some giant congregation where people are just there for money. So that's my soapbox on religion and why I'm not a religious man. And I'm sorry for getting sidetracked, but this is just so very real, and I'm just having a conversation with you. Um, and and you got to know, like, it grieved my heart as soon as I thought those words. I was looking at this lady, and she'd made a decision to change, and I'm like, you're just a fish. You're just swimming around, and you're going to go with whoever has the bigger audience. And I thought that, and I thought, that might be true, but maybe I'm supposed to be an anchor and just hold the line. And when the fish are swimming around out there, just try to keep them from swimming too far. Because I want to keep them near Jesus. And maybe Jesus is my anchor for sure. And maybe I'm supposed to be somebody else's anchor. And then I got to thinking about it a little bit more. And I'm grieved. I'm grieved over what I've thought. Because what I thought was wrong, and it was hurtful. And you know what? I love that lady, and I'm so glad about the change in her mindset. I just hope that it'll stick. I just hope that she's got, like, she's going to find a root, an anchor that she can hold on to when the storms come, because there's always going to be storms, people, and we always are going to need the love of Jesus to hold us. And I don't, just because somebody decides, oh, well, this is murder, doesn't mean that they've that doesn't mean that they know Jesus yet. And I hope that she'll find her anchor. And the only anchor for any of us is Jesus Christ. So I'm getting on, I guess I'm getting a little bit off topic, but I got to thinking about, maybe I'm not an anchor. Maybe that's not really what we should be thinking about. Maybe we're nets and we're out there fishing for people. And that sounds a lot more biblical. Like, Jesus just throws us out there as nets, and the fish are swimming around in schools, and they're mindless. They don't really think very much. They're fish, but sometimes they get caught up in a net, and when they get caught up in the net, Jesus reels them in, and so they're caught up in this net, and Jesus reels them in, and he's like, you know what? I'm going to make you a net now. And now he's throwing both of us out there, and we're both getting tangled up in the fish as have you ever seen, like, maybe you've watched some of those fishing shows when they start to reel in those giant nets, and there's just thousands of fish, and they're all thrashing around, and they're terrified. And maybe that's what we're supposed to be as Christians, just out there, and Jesus throwing us out, and we're just floating out in the sea too. And sometimes the fish that are just out there floating around, and they're just running with their crowd. Maybe some of them get caught up in us, and Jesus pulls them in, and we get to give him hugs and stuff while he's barking on them. Because that's what a net does. It just wraps somebody in a hug, and we pull them into Jesus, and he does the work, and then he throws them back out there because he's the fisherman, and we're just a bunch of nets out there floating in the sea. And as I thought about it, I thought, man, that's a pretty picture. I just want to be a net. God, just help me to catch people, wrap them in hugs, and give them to you, Jesus, because I don't I don't want to be a man who has a hard heart, and I don't want to be a man who sees somebody and they've been hurt, and um, I'm sorry, but they've been hurt, and I'm just piling on pain. I don't want to be a religious person. I don't have the heart for it. And I love people, and I want to deliver them to Jesus so that he can save them, because I want us all to be together. Just a big family, and we love each other. So that's it. You're getting to see some rawness today, but I just want you to know that I love you. And you don't know who I am, lady, but and I'm never going to tell who it was that I saw doing this, but I'm sorry. I really am. I'm sorry for what I thought. Even though you never heard it, um, I just hope somebody catches you while you're near the nets. And I hope that you find Jesus, and he loves you, and he'll turn you into a net, and you'll be a powerful, strong, big net that catches a lot of fish, because that's what we need. We need more nets out there dragging people into Jesus and just returning them to God so that they can be his children. And if you've ever been hurt and you want a good daddy, I can tell you my earthly daddy wasn't perfect, but my adopted father, God, he is the best dad you could ever have. And kind of makes me ashamed when I see a best dad ever cup, because nobody matches up to that. Well, anyway, I'm sorry I got a little emotional, but I love you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you in the next video. Thanks. Bye-bye.